So, hello everybody, I'm a research team leader at Torbay Hospital. I deliver NIHR and commercial studies. I have a team of nurses which I manage to hit targets. So this presentation is a bit about our experience of Parkinson's research. So this is just a bit of an overview of the hospital where I work. We're quite a small district general hospital out in the country. We have lots of patients through ED each year. A lot of them are holidaymakers. So our recruitment to research trials is fairly good. I think it could be better. What I would like to achieve is an opportunity for every patient that steps through the door to be asked and hopefully engaged into research. And I think cancer research do that really well. You know, it's not, do you want to come into research? It's which research trial would you like to come into? And that's one of my aims. So, when I came into post, we had one trial open called PDCOM. They'd recruited 2 patients in 2 years, which wasn't amazing. But then I engaged with the PI and we managed to get a few more patients into that trial. And comparing us with our neighbouring trusts, so Plymouth, where Camille and Gemma work, and Exeter, I really felt like our patients were being left out. You know, they had no trials to go into for PD. It just seemed really unfair that they were having to travel all that way just to go into a research trial. And it was that unfairness really that was my driver to try and set up more research in Parkinson's. So we've got 3 neurology consultants at Torbay that specialise in PD. 2 of them specialise in PD. No engagement at all. That was one of my first barriers. No, they were one of the moons many far away, Emily, from where you were. I haven't got time. I can't do this. It's just too much. So I had to think about novel ways of getting round that because I needed a doctor to run these trials. I couldn't do it on my own. So one of the Parkinson's disease research nurses had a real interest in research. Her name's Vicky Queen. She's amazing. And she was really, really positive when I spoke to her. Yes, we can do this. Yes, this is what we're going to do. And then with help with Camille from our partner in Trust, we did manage to get a phase 2 trial in setup that would accept a nurse PI. Now, in research terms, this is very, very novel. They always want a medic. It's very, very risky. My R&D department were having kittens about it. You know, the nurses that I work with were having kittens as well. It was all very up in the air. So, nevertheless, I took the opportunity and with the help of Camille, set up this phase 2. So the resources within my team were very little. You know, we've got plenty of trials that are going on in other disease areas. I didn't have a spare adult research nurse, so I used a paediatric one. She wasn't very happy about it. Her confidence was quite low, but I think with a little bit of encouragement and enthusiasm, she took it on and she's managed to deliver on this trial really, really well. So just use what you've got around you. You know, research nurses aren't specialists in Parkinson's. We're not specialists in anything that we do. We're specialists in research, and I think if you have someone that has the specialism of the disease area you're researching, then you're safe, and safety is paramount. So again, the lack of engagement from You know, my consultants, I really can understand it. But, you know, I think once they feel a bit of that heat from the moon, hopefully, and I don't give up on this. I had a conversation the other day in the lift. I just happened to get in the lift with one of my neurologists, and I was like, hi, so how's research going? So starting those conversations and being a bit pushy, really, you know. And we all know that research, and some of the research on research, can reduce death rates. It also improves your CQC outcomes as well. So why are we not doing it? I really don't understand. It needs writing into job plans for consultants, using SPA times efficiently, and for each specialism to be measured on it. And a bit of competition, I think, between specialisms might be quite good. So my other barrier was, so I got this phase 2 study, but I had no PD rater, no one at all. So at that time, I had a new healthcare assistant that had just started within the team, and our colleagues down in Plymouth agreed to train her. So she went off to Plymouth, did a bit of training, which we were really grateful for, came back all fully trained, raring to go and do these ratings, which worked really, really well. I really didn't know how many PD patients we had in Torquay, and it was around 1,000, but no one kind of knew how many we had. There was no kind of directories or spreadsheets or anything. So I was really working in the dark. Yes, as I said, my research and development partners were very, very anti a phase 2 nurse-led trial. So anyway, we've got this trial, we've got my PD rater, I've got my nurse PI, everything's going really well. So we've just actually screened, I've just had a text now to say that we've just screened our 5th patient that is eligible. So by the end of next week, we should have 4 randomised patients, and our target for this trial was 4. So that's going to cost me a bottle of Prosecco over the weekend from my colleague, Jan. We will hit target on this trial. I'm really, really proud of what we've achieved. It's not been easy at all, but I think with a bit of grit and determination, we've managed to get our first trial off the ground, really. One of my other problems now is that Vicky Queen, our Parkinson's disease nurse, is now leaving. She's the PI for this study. She's going to go at the end of December, but I have managed to get a neurologist involved and be the PI just to cover the last couple of months of the trial. So we hope to continue to collaborate with Plymouth. I think we're going to do the ADEPT trial with you. Is it AMBLED study? Yeah, so we're just going to be a patient identifier for that, and our patients will then go down to Plymouth to get recruited until I know who's going to take Vicky's job, and then I will try and engage them to see the bright light. So I just want to say thank you to Camille and also to Vicky, who can't be here, but thank you very much.